Your soul, your higher self, your divine self, sees everything as itself. It's important to understand that that part of you sees no differences anywhere. This video, we're going to talk about the difference between how our soul is looking out at the world and how we are looking out in the world. Now, the ultimate goal is for us to be more like how our soul sees things. Because when we see differences and we create judgments where that bigger part does not, then we're going to have dissonance between the two parts of us. So the only thing that causes negative emotion is not seeing something correctly, not seeing it as that larger, more wiser part sees it. So the difference between the two of us, between that smaller perspective and that larger, more broader perspective, is what's creating dissonance or resonance in my life. And when things are resonating, then things flow in, abundance flows in, and you're more joyful and you're more happy and your heart is more open because now you're receiving the universe and all that it has for you. Because the universe is working for each one of us. Always. Just right now, feel it, that larger part, and then those others, the bigger part of all that we are, that frequency, that God frequency. Who knows how many souls, how many non-physical beings and so forth and so on are on that frequency that are then working for you and working with you and essentially on this journey with you. It's such a beautiful thing when you look at the connectivity of all of us together, working side by side, helping each other, flowing with each other, and of course, enjoying everything together. But first, we must understand that there are no differences from the eyes of our soul. It sees everything as itself. So therefore, the opposites that we have created, from male to female, different sexes, different races, it doesn't see any of it. That would be the human way of seeing that Jesus spoke about when he said you must let go of the world and surrender it. He means the meanings that we have given to these opposites that are kind of embedded in the human society. But your soul does not see it that way because your soul knows that there's only one moment. If there's only one moment and there's only one of us, and we are all together, then we hold everything. Every perspective holds all perspectives. So there cannot be differences. It's just a matter of what you're focusing on in this particular moment. So since your soul knows this, it must hold that resonance frequency so that we can tap into it and know what is true and what is knowledge and what is correct in our life. That way, when we do not hold that frequency, we feel the dissonance, and that is our guidance system to let us know that we are off track. So your soul, your divine self, is looking out at everybody and everything and creating it and seeing it in such a way as it only sees itself and his divine nature, that which we would call God. Therefore, it is good. It is always holy, connected to everything else, and perfect. It is a positive synchronicity, everything flowing together perfectly. When we create some kind of difference between you and me, regardless of what the you and me is, and we see it different, either we cling to it for support or we cling to it because of some kind of attraction to it, like a body or money or certain places or certain things, what Jesus talked about is idols. Or if we're afraid of it and fearful of it because it seems to be different than us and can push against us or hurt us, then we're going to create dissonance between the two parts of us. And that's what that mind activity is. Those thoughts, when you're looking at something fearful and those thoughts start coming in, those are all beliefs letting you know what you're holding on to in order to have that experience. And the more you recognize When you're feeling fearful or afraid or worried or doubtful, your mind is going to be very active and start letting you know everything. Now, it looks like it's just perceiving the situation, but I can assure you that's not true. What it's doing is letting you know exactly what beliefs you have going inside of you that is creating the situation. You see, so it's the dissonance that we feel in the closing down of our heart that helps us understand what we need to let go of in order to allow it to flow so we can match the frequency more and more and more of our soul. We are creators, but we believe we are perceivers. We believe we look out in the world and perceive it just as it is. It already has meaning. I'm just perceiving the meaning that is on it. This is never true. You are creating it with belief systems brought from the past. It could just be hard to see because it feels like that's not true. But the more you get those negative emotions back and the more you get that mind activity flowing in, it has to reveal to you what is creating it. So when you hear all those thoughts, it's always not looking at the situation and perceiving it as it is. It's actually letting you know what your belief system that is active is creating. And as you sit and listen to the mind and you listen to its fear, you'll find the beliefs that you have running inside you that is causing it. Your soul is looking out and saying, I love you as myself. It doesn't matter what it looks at, what sex, what race, politics, money, food, clothing, the sky, weather, it doesn't matter. Bodies, it says, I love you as myself, equally, perfectly, and effortlessly. There is no differences between your soul or any of its creations. Now, I know that can feel kind of overwhelming because I'm sure there's a lot of you that has a lot of differences between you and all those other things out there. But that's the journey. The journey is to let go of those differences and see it as yourself. That is why the greatest vibration we can hold is that of allowing. Allowing everything to be. Or embracing. Embracing everything as it is will always quiet the mind. Because that mind is active with belief systems. They will always come back to let you know what you're creating. And as soon as you feel it, and that mind starts becoming active, you stop and say, I allow you to be as you are. Because it's going to point to something outside of you. And as you forgive whatever it is it's pointing to and say, you're allowed to be as you are, I have no judgment for you. I let go of all judgment of you, regardless of what it is. Then now you're going to feel the resonance between you and your soul, because your soul is seeing everything as innocent. Everything starting over right now, right now, right now. There's no built-in meaning coming from your soul. It is innocent. It is impartial. You see, it creates everything from scratch. Right here, right now, right here, right now. There's no ongoing past meanings that are going on. Everything is good, holy, and beautiful, and it always, always will be. So as we recognize that frequency of love that your soul is holding, and you listen to the mind when it brings back all those fearful thoughts and all that mind activity, and then you let it go with allowing, embracing. I feel that emotion, I allow it to be. I feel that judgment, I allow it to be. I embrace it. I want to let go of it. I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to recognize it's coming from me. It's not coming from this particular person or thing or place. It's coming from me. I have judged it, and now it's coming back to let me know how I have judged. And instead, I'm going to embrace it, allow it to be, shake it off, and be at peace. And the more you let go of these meanings, a little bit at a time, I'm going to let go of this meaning, let go of this meaning, let go of this meaning, then you will start feeling that true essence of who you are, which sees everything as innocent. There is no guilt from your soul. And that is why the journey is always a journey of forgiveness. Forgiveness of our perception, forgiveness of our belief system that we imprint on this world without even knowing it. It is a journey of forgiveness and innocence and quietness within the mind. Because the more you do this, I embrace you. I hear you. I recognize you cannot change what you don't embrace. I hear you. I recognize this feeling. Thank you for this effect. And now I embrace it and let it go. I embrace it and let the water go back into the ocean. That way I can feel the resonance between me and me. And as you let go through embracing and allowing and become more of who you are, you will find your peace coming back to you more and more. Vibration rising, things flowing in of it naturally of their own accord. I hope this helps. As always, it is up to you what you receive. Hit me with some comments. I love to hear your journey and what's working for you, maybe what's not working for you. These are always wonderful things for us to hear from and to talk about together on this journey that we are on. Hit the like button if it speaks to you. Otherwise, subscribe. And as always, my unconditional love and appreciation.